With a career spanning more than 30 years, Sally Mellinson's dedication to dog trials is exemplary. Having started her career as a competitor where she placed in a few events, Sally went on to dedicate 17 years as secretary to the Hilton Gapes Valley Collie Club. Proving her devotion to the dog trialling community, Sally also spent 13 years as editor of the New Zealand Sheepdog Trial Association newsletter, where she turned a once small-town monochrome newsletter into a full-colour magazine that's distributed throughout New Zealand, Australia and the United Kingdom. Sally meticulously planned 2 South Island Championships and a New Zealand National Championship in her time as secretary, involving at least 2 years preparation per event, collating sponsorship, handling substantial 6-figure budgets, and processing thousands of dogs. With the commitment required to organise 1 championship, let alone 3, while still attending to their other dog trial duties and a full-time job, it's clear that Sally Mellinson is committed to going the extra mile for the dog trialling community. Founding member and chairperson for the New Zealand Boot Throwing Association, Troon is a keen promoter of gumboot throwing throughout New Zealand and has successfully promoted Taihape as a destination of the sport for many years. Having been involved with gumboot throwing since the establishment of Gumboot Day in 1985, which first highlighted the sport in New Zealand, Curly has found himself as a thrower, winner, organiser, promoter, demonstrator and helper of the sport. Alongside many notable achievements, Curly has been a member of the North Island team for the last 5 years and has competed in the Men's Open, the North Island Champs, and was a member of the team who won the 2019 World Champion Team event. A Golden Shears Open Shearing Championship finalist in the 1970s, Herrick has dedicated his life to the sport, including becoming president of the Golden Shears International Shearing Championship Society in Masterton, and chairman of the Golden Shears World Council, overseeing the World Championships in an era more than doubling the number of countries involved. In 2019, Greg celebrated 50 years of service, including 16 years as the chairman of the Golden Shears World Council, the recognised world body for shearing sports. The top Wairarapa shearer retired from the World Council in 2019, but aims to continue serving the Golden Shears movement, following a long-standing tradition of past presidents. As is the case with most Golden Shears presidents, the job doesn't really end. Greg and the others can still be seen in the Golden Shears expansive army each year, putting out chairs, welcoming official guests, and in other roles. 2-time Golden Pliers and 4-time Silver Spades winner, Nicklichting has been competing in fencing for 40 years. In 2008, Nick was invited to and went on to win the World Fencing Championships in Germany, following his impressive Wiremark Golden Pliers final performance. Although Nick retired from competitive fencing in 2015, he continues being involved in the sport, having organised the Franklin AMP competition in February 2021, the first time the event's been run in 35 years. Nick is a fully active committee member of the New Zealand Fencing Competitions, which administers and runs fencing competitions around New Zealand, and is fully involved in organising, judging, mentoring, and even coaching some competitors on his training site. Also an established author, Nick invested 100% of profits made from his detailed autobiography, The Golden Pliers, towards mentoring and coaching young people towards the path of the Golden Pliers competition. The book provides a look at 14 champions spanning 46 years of the Golden Pliers competition. A 66-year-old grandmother of 5, Cherie Taylor has been making waves in the woodchopping sport for almost 30 years, axing gender stereotypes. Starting her woodchopping career in 1983, Cherie has demonstrated consistency and longevity over her 36 years competing. As one of the first women to compete in New Zealand at an official capacity, Cherie came across tension from the male-dominated competitor base and committed herself to working harder and competing to the best that she could, earning the respect of all competitors and paving the way for other women to follow. Cherie has created a lasting legacy for the sport, founding the New Zealand national women's woodchopping team, the Axe-Ferns. And as founder and former captain of the Axe-Ferns, Cherie has led her team to success around the world and has been named Matamata Piako Sportsperson of the Year 3 times. From her career start in the United States in the 1990s, where she won 6 single-handed soaring world contests, Cherie now has 10 world titles under her belt, and her world-class axe skills and dedication to furthering the sport are unmatched.